So this is what you probably know so far about the WSEN, which is a summit with keynotes, workshops and some excursions, and meeting new people, new faces with a shared interest and maybe some different perspectives. It started in 2008 with a group of students who met and invited other students to come over and discuss sustainability and environmental issues and try to figure out what they wanted to do, what they could do together regarding these topics, these hot topics, and the solutions they could design or implement together. And after this conference, they figured out that this was not enough. They saw it could not be one-off event, so we need more. And they created a network, which was then called the International Student Environmental Network, and it is now called the WSEN, so the World Student Environmental Network.
Within the UK, every year we survey students nationally on sustainability. We can say that 60% of students studying in the UK want to learn more about sustainability. 85% of those students want their institutions to embed sustainability in their operations.
Having seen or looking at this definition of sustainability leaders, individuals who are compelled to make a difference by deepening their awareness of themselves in relation to the world around them, and thus adopt new ways of seeing, thinking, and interacting that result in innovative, sustainable solutions. Looking at this definition, how many of you think you are exactly this definition? Hands up.
Understanding something doesn't mean it's impossible, because there are no bad students, only inflexible teachers. Yeah, I went there. But the secret is you must figure out how you learn and learn everything you can about what you love.
So cooking was seen as a kind of meditative act. And according to the Indian scriptures, food carries the life force and it impinges on our consciousness. And here the whole issue of inclusion and participation and so on that you heard about in the first keynote, I think become extremely relevant. So, thank you.
And he'll just wave at you after 5 minutes and then please just wrap up.
Many of you may not recall the very historic events of last year in October that made international headlines. South African universities announced an increase of tuition fees between 11 and 15%, and chaos ensued. Nationwide protests were called. Tens of thousands of students were mobilized to shut down.
At the moment the marketing is going on. It has been so far very much successful in Kenya, in Ghana, in African countries.
So my question is, how do you go about deciding which country you take this project to?
Great.
So yeah, I would like to welcome you to my presentation. I'm Jan from Germany. What is a transdisciplinary seminar? Maybe, have you ever heard of this word, transdisciplinary?
And they are so knowledgeable. They have so much knowledge about sustainability and facts and figures, but then sometimes find it quite challenging to get a job at the end of it. And it's not the knowledge that you need. You need to understand concepts around sustainability, but it's really about skills.
Most of our crude oil and all of our energy exports to China instead of sending it to the US. And there have been huge debates on that, mostly for the environmental impact that it has on Canada.
Involves calculation of minutiae. Why would anybody bother? And the answer is, we bother because it means that anybody can check back through that whole organisation, that all the systems are accountable.
Wow, what an amazing context of issues. Obviously, the main kind of common theme is looking at how we protect the environment and people at large, obviously within the wider context of this whole amazing programme. And one thing that came up is how we generate hope, how we share lessons, how we generate and share tools.
We didn't actually discard anything. We kept all the leftovers, anything we didn't want we redistributed to other people.
Space for artists who are interested in art, ecology, the environment. It'd be a space for them to come and exhibit work, and also to provide, for Ongo to provide support to those artists.
It requires a very kind of radical prescription, and that turns off people who are ideologically a little bit more conservative, and they just see the whole project as being quite idealistic or benefiting a certain kind of ideology that they're not affiliated with.
Example, but why would you want to give up this comfortable lifestyle that you have now for something a lot less? Why would you want to do that if it's just going to benefit the environment?
Environment is a fad. Like it's something fashionable, it's something cool to be a part of because you're a hippie, and hippie movements in India are crazy.
The thing is that we were talking about spirituality and connection with nature, like all the summit, and it's like, oh, I can feel it. Like I was feeling emotions, like remembering, nostalgic, I don't know. And I was like, oh, it's all in my life. Oh.